Wait, you thought the drama was over? Oh baby, we're just getting started, because what just went down at Papoose and Claressa Shields' so-called private wedding is straight out of a Tyler Perry meets Zeus Network fever dream. A flying wig, a screaming Remy Ma, and a groom frozen like Elsa at the altar. Now, let me ask you this. What do you get when you mix a bitter ex, a championship boxer, and a wedding that was never supposed to go public? Chaos, betrayal, and enough tension to black out all 5 boroughs of New York. But here's the kicker. Remy Ma didn't just crash the ceremony. Sis dragged Claressa in front of the guests like it was a WWE main event. And Papoose? Bro stood there like his Wi-Fi disconnected. Leaked footage, secret invites, a lace front left behind like a fallen soldier. You won't believe what really went down behind those velvet wedding drapes. Stay right there, because what we're about to uncover might just be the wildest celebrity ambush of the year. Let's rewind this messy fairy tale, shall we? Because this story doesn't start with once upon a time. It starts with Remy Ma wasn't on the guest list. Now picture this, a quiet, dimly lit ballroom tucked away in the hills just outside Atlanta. Candlelight flickering, violins playing, guests whispering compliments about the bride's dress. Everything looks perfect, too perfect. But in the world of hip-hop royalty, if things look calm, a storm is always nearby. The bride? None other than Claressa Shields, 2-time Olympic gold medalist and recently turned reality TV firecracker. And the groom? Papoose, the self-declared king of loyalty, or so we thought. Now let's talk about why this wedding was a secret in the first place. Word on the street? Claressa didn't want any outside energy. Translation: keep Remy Ma far, far away. But honey, this isn't just any ex-wife. This is Bronx royalty. This is the woman who did a 7-year bid and still walked out in heels and a recording contract. So what happened? Well, according to our anonymous caterer with Wi-Fi, Remy found out about the wedding through a private Snap story posted by a mutual friend who accidentally forgot to hide it from her. And let's just say, Remy didn't take that well. She showed up unannounced, no RSVP, no calm energy, just red heels, a trench coat and a mission. Sources say she walked past security, told an usher, "Don't touch me. I got history with the groom," and stormed into that ballroom like it was the final round of a rap battle. At that moment, Claressa was mid-toast, microphone in hand, champagne flute raised, guests clapping. And then the music cut. Cue, gasps, turned heads, and one bridesmaid whispering, "Oh no, she's here." Witnesses say Remy didn't say a word at first. She walked right up to the stage, locked eyes with Papoose, then turned to Claressa. And then it happened. The wig snatch heard around the world. Now, before you'll call this exaggerated, multiple sources confirm it. A clip leaked online, since scrubbed from TikTok for graphic hair trauma, shows Remy gripping Claressa by the lace front and shouting, "You thought I wouldn't find out?" Guests scrambled to record from behind centerpieces. Let's take a moment, because while all this already sounds like something scripted by Mona Scott Young, it gets worse. Papoose didn't move. That's right, the same man who once rapped, "I'll never let them disrespect my queen," just stood there, frozen, mouth slightly open, holding the ring box like it was evidence in a criminal case. One guest told our team, "It was like his soul left the building. He was buffering in real life." Meanwhile, Claressa, who, let's not forget, is a trained fighter, didn't even swing. She just stood there, holding her wig in one hand and her pride in the other, whispering something to her maid of honor, possibly, "Get my purse," or maybe, "Get my gloves." And where was security? Nowhere, because in true messy event fashion, they were apparently on break. An insider claimed the team had stepped out to enjoy the vegan buffet. Now here's where it turns from drama to dark comedy. One guest, allegedly a cousin of Papoose, says Remy didn't even yell after the wig snatch. She simply raised her glass, looked around the stunned room, and said, "To loyalty, may it rest in peace." I mean, Shakespeare. Who? Guests were speechless. One woman fainted. Another tried to live stream the moment, only to realize her phone was still on selfie mode. And Claressa? Sis had officially entered the 5 stages of lace-front grief, shock, denial, and anger. Bargaining, and of course, dragging someone later. But hold up, this mess wasn't done marinating, just when you think it can't get worse. Remy pulls out a manila envelope. What's inside? Oh, just some light paperwork. Allegedly, DMs, screenshots, hotel receipts. Basically, welcome to the Proof Olympics. A guest in the second row says Remy waved the papers and declared, "You've been sneaking around since last August. You told me it was about boxing. You didn't say it was this kind of ring." And just like that, the room exploded in murmurs. Let's pause again, because this moment, this was the tipping point. This wasn't just about a wig anymore. This was about betrayal, timelines, and a man who told 2 women they were his forever. And the worst part? It was all accidentally live-streamed. By who? The wedding DJ, who forgot to turn off his Twitch channel. That footage hit Instagram before Claressa could even fix her edges. Reposted by The Shade Room, Lipstick Alley, and yes, a fake Twitter account claiming to be Remy's chihuahua. And just when Remy turned to leave, flipping her hair like a curtain call. Papoose finally blinked. So let's talk about that blink. Because after standing still like a wax figure at Madame Tussauds, Papoose finally snapped out of his shock trance. But instead of running to break up the fight or console his new bride, he did something that left the whole ballroom gasping louder than Claressa when her wig got lifted. He walked toward Remy. Yes, you heard that right. Not Claressa. Remy. Now look, we've seen some messy post-breakup reunions in our time, but this was love and hip-hop, the resurrection. He didn't just approach her, he leaned in and whispered something in her ear. According to an anonymous guest, who claimed to have lip-reading experience from watching a lot of reality TV, Papoose muttered, "I told you I wasn't ready. They pushed this wedding without me." Huh? Wait a minute. They pushed the wedding. Who's they? Claressa, her team, her manager, her hairstylist, the wedding planner? Now, rumors had been flying for weeks that Claressa was rushing the timeline, trying to lock it down before more Remy-related drama leaked. And it turns out, this secret ceremony may not have been as mutual as those gold-plated invitations suggested. And get this, that manila envelope Remy dropped on the floor. Yup, Papoose picked it up. He didn't hand it to Claressa. He didn't toss it in the trash. He held onto it like it was a lost diary of the truth. Meanwhile, Claressa stood there, one lash hanging loose, trying to make sense of what just happened. Bridesmaids? In shambles. Someone from the groom's side yelled, "This is why you don't do backyard weddings with industry people." And in the corner, the violinist quietly packed up, whispering to himself, "I played for this." Then, boom, here comes the moment that set the internet on fire. One of Claressa's cousins, let's call her Keandra with the curls, lunged at Remy Ma. "Oh yes, you thought it was over?" Baby, this turned into a full-on Bronx versus Flint showdown, right in the middle of a $60,000 reception hall. But Remy, unbothered, she sidestepped like it was choreographed and clapped back with, "Touch me and I'll drop more screenshots than an Android user." Iconic. Security finally arrived, 40 minutes late and out of breath, trying to de-escalate the situation. But let's be honest, you can't de-escalate a Remy Ma entrance. That's like trying to put out a house fire with a bottle of Fiji water. At this point, half the guests had left, the cake still untouched, and the DJ stuck playing Beyoncé's Best Thing I Never Had on loop like it was a breakup anthem sent from the heavens. And let's not forget the press. Because by the time the wig snatching clip hit the internet, it was over. Wigged out weddings started trending immediately, with memes popping up faster than the drinks were disappearing. Twitter had a field day. Remy really said, "Speak now or forever snatch this lace." Papoose watching his entire reputation evaporate in a single blink. Claressa trained for fights her whole life, but forgot to train her guest list. And then came the fake texts. Oh, you know the ones. Screenshots allegedly showed Claressa messaging Papoose while Remy was still living in the house. Another thread claimed Claressa had a burner Instagram where she used to like Papoose's pics before the divorce was finalized. And the most damning, a supposed DM from Claressa that read, "She won't be around forever, let me show you loyalty." Yikes, and while the internet was dragging everyone left and right, Remy Ma vanished. She left the wedding like it was a scene from a scripted exit, hopped in a black SUV, reportedly blasting "Conceited," and rolled out, wig in hand, edges unbothered. But here's where things get juicier. Sources say she didn't go home. Nope. A valet worker claimed that Remy's driver made a detour to a hotel just 10 minutes away from the venue. Now, guess which hotel? The same one where Papoose and Claressa were supposed to spend their wedding night. Wait, hold up. What? Are we talking post-wedding confrontation, secret meeting, reconciliation attempt? Because what happened next shocked everyone. By the end of the night, Papoose never showed up. Claressa, reportedly at the hotel alone, trying to hold back tears and figure out how to remove the wedding hashtag from her Instagram bio. No groom, no honeymoon suite, just a white dress, broken vibes, and a missing manila envelope. Speaking of which, that same night, Remy Ma posted a cryptic IG story. Just a black screen with the words, "Truth always wins in the end." Free the facts. The comment section exploded. People begged for receipts, fans flooded her DMS, and even Cardi B chimed in, "Damn sis, now I need popcorn and a therapist." And Papoose? That man went radio silent. No Instagram update, no tweets, no interviews. Just one eerie IG story posted the next morning. A black and white photo of him sitting alone on a bench. With the caption, "Sometimes silence is the loudest truth." Sir, if that's not a confession, we don't know what is. But don't go anywhere, because we're not done. Because what happens the next day takes this scandal from shocking to career-shattering. Let's fast forward to 24 hours after the wedding disaster. And trust me, calling it a disaster is being kind. The internet had gone full CSI mode, dissecting every angle of the leaked footage like it was a Kennedy assassination tape. Memes out of control, wig jokes ubiquitous. And Remy Ma trending #1 worldwide for all the wrong reasons, or maybe the right ones, depending on who you ask. But the real story begins the morning after, when Claressa Shields goes live on Instagram, in tears. Oh yes, full face of makeup, a hoodie that definitely wasn't hers, and a caption that read, "I didn't deserve this, not on my wedding day, not from a woman I once looked up to." Dramatic, absolutely, but baby, this wasn't just a live, this was a televised breakdown with commercial breaks for sympathy. So let's break down what she said. First, she confirmed the wedding was real. Yes, legal documents had been signed. She claimed she and Papoose had been privately engaged for months and chose a secret ceremony to protect their peace. Claressa also alleged that Remy had been harassing her for weeks, sending cryptic texts and even showing up at her gym unannounced. But here's where things turned legal real fast. Midway through the live, Claressa's manager joined in and dropped the bomb. "We will be pursuing a restraining order and civil damages against Remy Ma for physical assault and emotional distress." Yup, you heard that right. A lawsuit was officially on the way, and it didn't stop there. Her team claimed they had surveillance footage from the venue's exterior cameras showing Remy arriving with a duffel bag of intent. Yes, their words. Now, what is a duffel bag of intent, you ask? Allegedly inside the bag were a change of shoes, combat boots mind you, a folder full of receipts and, wait for it, a satin drawstring pouch, custom made to hold the wig she snatched. I mean, if you're gonna crash a wedding, at least do it with accessories. But while Claressa cried on Liv, the rest of social media had already shifted focus. Because just as her mascara was running, Remy Ma dropped a silent bombshell. A video, no talking, no music, just a slow zoom in on the wedding invitation mailed to her under a fake name, Marie R. Scott. The caption, "You invited me. You just didn't think I'd show up." Boom, plot twist of the century. Now the internet was officially split into factions. Team Claressa. She's the victim. Remy went too far. Team Remy. She handled it like a true queen. Nothing says closure like wig removal. Team Papoose. Bro, blink twice if you need help. But then came the twist no one saw coming. Someone leaked the prenup. Yup, someone in Papoose's circle, clearly tired of all the drama, sent the press a juicy little PDF outlining exactly what Claressa would be entitled to if the marriage ended within 90 days. And guess what? She had everything to gain. Luxury cars, a condo in Miami, royalties from the Black Love brand. Yes, the same brand Papoose co-created with Remy. Let that sink in. This wedding wasn't about love, it was about leverage. And now that it's public, everyone wants answers. Papoose? Still silent. But paparazzi spotted him entering a Manhattan studio alone. Black shades, head down, hoodie that read, "Love is a battle." Subtle, sir. Real subtle. Meanwhile, Claressa followed through on her legal threat, filing paperwork and heading to an exclusive interview on The Breakfast Club. Her headline, quote, "That woman tried to humiliate me, but karma always comes back around. I just didn't expect it to wear red heels." The shade? Premium quality. And then there's Remy Ma, Queen of Chaos, Empress of Emotional Warfare. And now, the star of a brand new docuseries. Yup. Sources confirmed Remy had been working on a documentary for over a year. Unbothered, the Remy Ma story. And now, producers were reportedly rushing post-production so they could include the wedding footage as the season finale. One insider even leaked a voice note of Remy allegedly saying, "I didn't crash the wedding, I walked into my closure. And if a wig had to go for peace to enter, so be it." Your Honor, iconic. So what happens now? Well, the legal wheels are turning. Remy's team says they'll fight the lawsuit, calling it self-defense of emotional space. Claressa's PR team is working overtime to clean up the image. And Papoose, let's just say, we've been checking for signs of life. But wait, it gets deeper. In the final twist of this mind-melting saga, a leaked voicemail from Papoose to Remy hit the blogs. In it, he allegedly says, "I never stopped loving you. I just stopped knowing how to show it." Cue the violin version of alphabetical slaughter. So now the internet is asking the only question that matters. Was this a wedding or a reunion in disguise? Because with a manila envelope, a wig in hand, and the whole world watching, Remy Ma didn't just crash the wedding, she turned it into a televised TKO. And honestly, we're still recovering. So after everything we just witnessed, the snatched wig, the silent groom, the shattered vows, and a lawsuit in heels, we've got just one question for you. Whose side are you on? Was Remy Ma out of line, or did she do what most women only dream of doing when their ex tries to sneak off with a wedding and a gold-plated guest list? Was Claressa an innocent bride caught in a Bronx storm, or was this a strategic setup that spiraled out of control? And Papoose, how did your loyalty end up more lost than your facial expression during that entire wig-snatching showdown? Let's be real, this wasn't just a wedding, it was a war zone in stilettos, dressed up with floral arches and monogrammed napkins. And the fallout? Oh, baby, it's just getting started. Now it's your turn. Drop your hottest take in the comments. Team Remy, Team Claressa, or Team I just came for the memes. Like the video, subscribe for more twisted celebrity drama, and hit that bell, because tomorrow we might just expose the after-party fight they tried to bury. This is Gossip Spill Vibe, where the truth comes with receipts, sarcasm, and absolutely no chill.